So, there was the daily challenge. Let's jump into a Covenant 25 run. Random, let's go. Packed Morsels, Energy Siphon, Gem Trove. Gem Trove is a bit hard to use early on, so we are obviously Umbra Stygian. Purifying Emblem, so we will be cleansed of buffs. And he will cleanse himself of debuffs, which might be important with the Energy Siphon and similar cards. Well, Gem Trove is pretty good with Split Anvil, that's for sure. Once we are able to play that, let's take the Split Anvil here. And then I'm considering Architect, because Gem Trove definitely wants you to overstack a floor. Good luck on the daily, and I hope your throat heals, gets better. Thank you for joining in, Bane Williams. Yeah, let's go with the Architect. +4 attack for the enemies. So with our artifact pick only being relevant later on, we are a bit at a disadvantage right now. Awoken Umbra. No, Awoken Umbra works pretty well for me most of the time. Very often I end up doing some kind of Ember Drain build. Oftentimes with the only damage morsels, that's not ideal. Oftentimes I'm doing some kind of Ember Drain build with the Rejuvenate Awoken. Lifesteal is very powerful on the Rejuvenate Awoken after all. I'm looking for damage shield, and we got damage shield. That makes clearing this wave a lot easier. Although this backline is still a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I think Priory Cloak doesn't really matter in that kind of deck, because you can only trigger Priory Cloak for the damage you actually deal, the damage you actually take, because you won't have more to heal than that. So that's a little bit of an issue of Priory Cloak. So I think it's a pretty bad relic. Even with the, or especially with the Rejuvenate Sentient. Because you will heal the Rejuvenate Sentient all the time. So you can't really use it to burst something. This guy is probably the most problematic to kill. Can't really deal with the backliner. Not at all. So at least we kill this Forge Disciple on the next floor now. Well, yeah, we do. This is going to be rough. Our health is gonna be very low. Let's look at the mortals first. I don't think there's another Train Sword in the deck, and in fact there isn't. And these mortals are not very helpful. Yeah, we might die here. Let's change this. We will die here. Yeah, that was rough. But it's not really worth not taking the challenge on the first combat. You need the early goal to scale, I think. And with no damage to deal with backlines, it can be tough. This time we do have some damage to deal with backlines. We have crystalline seeds. We also have torches. Helical Crystallis, Welder Helper. Stygian is our main clan, Hellhorned our second, and we will be facing the Clan Seraph. Winged Steel is our first relic, yes. And with 2 Helical Crystallis and all the torches, I want to go Conduit. Mark of Invasion. We should have enough damage spells to deal with it. And we'll be facing Chains the Sighted, and once again these crossbowmen. Tethys on the top floor, while the helper behind Tethys. Double torch on the top floor, then we Helical Crystallis the bottom. Let's use some spells to clean up the top. 1 torch can go here. Another Frozen Lands. And let's play Train Steward here and here. Torch one of these guys. Play the Frozen Lands on the top just to increase the counter on Winged Steel. This is not gonna help. Might as well set up the Train Steward on the bottom. Crystalline Seeds here to kill the backliner and deal a nice chunk of damage to the boss. We can kill this guy. Let's play another Welder Helper out. And we got the Helical Crystallis. Perfect. Helical Crystallis, Weight of Contrition. And finally the kill here on the top line. That went a lot better than the last one. Ice Tornado, Flash Freeze, or another Helical Crystallis. With Crystalline Sea, it's torches. Flash Freeze won't be necessary right away. It's not bad against the bosses or something, but yeah, actually I like the Flash Freeze more than the Ice Tornado. Fledgling Imp, Welder Helper went. I don't see this being an Imp deck, even though we already have some Imps. The Fledgling Imp isn't really... The Fledgling Imp is actually kind of okay. And I do like a Went. I do like to have a Went. Went is actually a decently powerful card. We want the spell upgrades in the Stygian unit, that's for sure. Siren of the Sea versus Guard of the Unnamed. Either one would be quite strong here, with the additional draw from the Winged Steel, the Conduit Tethys, and a lot of damage spells. I think I want offensive scaling more than I want a big tank right now. Holdover on a Helical Crystallis would be nice. Holdover on the Flash Freeze would also not be terrible, but I think the Helical Crystallis is more important, so we have a way of dealing with backlines. We might also choose not to cost reduce it, so we can give it additional magic power later. Let's cost reduce the other one. And I'm gonna give the Went some magic power, even though we add Consume to it. That's still okay for me. We don't need to play multiple tiles. It's just gonna be there to help with a single wave. Can we set up on the bottom here? We can torch one of these guys. We will probably draw into some sort of damage spell. We did not, but we draw into Welder Helper at least, which is gonna be great. Yeah, let's torch this guy. I should actually have used the Frozen Lands. But we did draw into another torch. The Trusted Priest doesn't matter. The Priest won't be able to damage us. And we can kill the Conduit here. And then we just start incanting. I would like to keep my mana around, so I will use the torch on one of my own units, just to draw more cards. Ah, this is a powerful hand. Very nice. Let's start out with a Frozen Land and Crystalline Seeds. Now the Helical Crystallis will kill the front line with the first hit. And if we torch this guy, we should win. Easily. Okay. Ice Tornado, Titan's Gratitude, Titan's Tooth. I like a Titan's Tooth here. Some more AoE, some more Frostbite. Homebreak could work, but I'm not that excited. I would have liked Battering Ram if I had an armor unit. Maybe it's still good with the Welder Helpers, and we might pick up an armor unit later. I will take it. It's not the best, but it also isn't bad. And Nameless Siren can be our offensive scaling. Damage scaling we still lack. I would like the Merchant of Steel. Another Stygian Banner doesn't mean a lot to me because I have my incant floor basically done with the 2 Sirens and Tethys. At least for now, until I find some totems. Yeah, that was very likely gonna be a skip. Endless, Power and Hearthstone. Okay, I think we can offer some life at least. 25. 20 is a bit low. I will pay coins once. Merchant costs are reduced by 25%. That's pretty helpful. Good thing we didn't buy our upgrades yet. I do want the 10 attack on the Nameless Siren and the 25 health on the Siren of the Sea. And if we reroll, we can't buy a large upgrade anymore. So I'm gonna go with the removal on a Train Steward. Constructed explosives enter with damage shield. Should be okay for us. We do have a lot of damage spells to take the bombs out. This is the Rage Siren. Not ideal to start out, but we can do it because we do have some damage in this hand. And now we get the Siren of the Sea out. Torch the Archer and the Priest. This guy's almost dead. He should die to our Train Stewards on the top floor. We got our holdover helical. Let's actually torch this guy, just in case. Let's start with the frozen land, so this guy does the first hit of the helical. Crystalline seed. I do want the frostbite to be on the boss. Helical crystallis to kill the front line, frozen lines, the back line. Let's play the welder helper out. Torch the boss and then just play these other spells out. Okay. That worked out quite well. Alloy of the Ancients, Spikes, Stygian and Hellhorned. I don't think the Spikes is what we want. I will take an Alloy of the Ancient though. God of the Unnamed. I would like to have that on the same floor as the Sirens, but... well, it obviously doesn't work out because of capacity. Let's skip. And we will take capacity so we can pick up Totem soon and we can play the Imps on our in-camp floor to apply the armor. Not looking for a Stygian unit right now. Card removals would be nice. Dupe wouldn't be bad, but more than that I am looking at this relic and the additional gold. Temperate Talisman. Yeah, that should be a lot better than the Split Anvil, I think. Especially as I'm gonna be upgrading Tethys again for more cost reductions. So another conduit upgrade. And then the Split Anvil is not really that necessary. Heaven Seal, yeah, should be no problem for us because we kill everything on the bottom floor with spells anyway. Tethys, Siren, Frozen Lands, Frozen Land, Torch, bang. This is a bit of an issue. Let's start out with the Nameless Siren. And an Alloy of the Ancients. And actually the Helical Crystallis. And we drew into a Frozen Lands. That's what I was hoping for. Could have guaranteed it if we wasted the Helical. Battering Ram, Torch and the Helical. Should have played the Torch instead of whatever I chose to play. Yeah, this is going pretty well. The extra counter from the Winged Steel is making our incant units quite powerful. First Hell Pact, okay. We do not have an X cost. We do have the Vent, but that's not gonna be very relevant. But we do not have a relevant X cost spell yet. Inferno, while a damage spell, has an obvious issue with being cast on the floor that my Tethys is on, so that's a no-go. March of Shields? No, let's go with Rage Serum. Small but nice damage buff to our Rage Siren. And I definitely care about unit upgrades a lot now. I want a multi-strike. And we get it. Multi-strike for the Rage Siren. And what I'm really looking for now is Incant gain armor upgrade on the Health Siren. Siren of the Sea. The next Merchant of Steel will be on ring 7. But I do want to go to the left side there, and I'm likely to go to the left side here. So we won't have another Merchant of Steel available. So let's get the final upgrade for the Siren of the Sea here. And then leave for the Concealed Caverns. Let's get a Monster Rail Spike on one of the Train Stewards, so we can get it out of our deck. Because these are a bit useless to us. I could consider buffing up a Welder Helper just for the final fight, potentially. But that seems unnecessary. We do have a ton of spells to deal with the units that spawn on the top floor in the final fight. This guy has sweep, and there will be other sweepers in the waves. But we should be able to kill most of them with spells. This looks a bit rough though. I don't think we can set up on the bottom floor this time around. Yeah, better not. Let's set up on the second floor instead. Use the Train Steward with Perch here on the top floor. And I guess we can use the Rage Serum on the Siren of the Sea for now. Definitely want to play the Nameless Siren. And I guess... actually, let's wait with that. Titan's Tooth, very nice. Kills the backline. And let's play a Welder Helper to get some armor to mitigate the damage we take here. And some more Incant. I guess I have to play the Battering Ram anyway. We need Alloy of the Ancients now. Save our Tethys. Good thing we got it right away. Let's use the Ice Storm first. Not quite enough to kill the front line. And we can clear the wave here. The Siren of the Sea is also getting quite low, but there will be no more sweepers besides the boss. The boss is a bit of a problem with the sweep. Yeah, 9 damage sweep, our Rage Siren will just die to that. So we need to get the Siren of the Sea to be powerful enough to deal with the boss. This looks weird, but the Siren of the Sea will die to the first hit of the boss anyway. I have nothing in the deck that can save the Siren. So I might as well torture myself for the draws and another Incant trigger. Because we are relying on the Incant of the Siren of the Sea here. It's the only way we are gonna kill this boss. And we just barely managed to do it. We could have some damage spells to kill him on the top floor, that would have worked out if we managed to get him down to like 50 HP or something. But other than that, this was tough. Glacial Seal. Do I want a Glacial Seal? Urchin Spines is also a strong consideration. Glacial Seal will help with killing backliners, but it won't help with some of the more obvious problems we have right now. Killing backliners is actually not a big deal for us, and killing bosses usually isn't either. Let's take the Urchin Spines instead. Enflame. Enflame allows us to get some armor on our backliners, which will help a lot with dealing with spikes and sweep. Armor totem would be a lot better, but there's a real chance we don't find any armor totem this run. Let's go to the right. I want the count removals, I want the spell upgrades, I want the... I'm strongly considering, yeah, I should get the Ice Storm with Holdover. That's just real powerful. And then we go to the Conceal Cavern. Bone Shine, Bone Rattler. We are at a decent health amount, so we don't really need a Bone Shine. But we do have the first health pact, so I will take it just for some pyre healing in case we take some damage. It's not a great card, but in high covenants it's sometimes needed. Well, not needed, but it's sometimes very useful to save you when you're on low health. Okay. That's actually quite good. Actually really solid. And let's purge one of the train stewards. And then let's purge one of the Weller helpers, as well as the final train steward. These Weller helpers aren't very good. I'm still looking for a totem, but we might not find any. Okay, that's a pretty solid hand. Can easily set up on the bottom floor here. Let's play the Ice Storm, deal with these guys. I would love to apply the Frostbite to the boss, but I think we have to kill this guy now. Well, he would have died to the Frostbite anyways, maybe we didn't need to kill him. Let's use the Ice Storm first. This guy has Incant, which is very annoying. There's only one spell shield left on this statue, so I can actually kill it. And that kills the Incant guy, which is great. Let's kill this Incant guy first, if possible. Wasn't quite possible. Now he's dead. And let's heal up our Pyrothumb. Might as well use the torch for another incant. That was the wrong order. No, that's actually okay. I was thinking I had to play the went last, but that was not actually the case. I would love a double incant artifact. Let's kill this guy, then we play the Inflame first, and then Battering Ram fell for a nice amount of damage. Battering Ram is basically our Ancient Synergy or Ice and Pyre, the big single target hitting spell. Well, that said, Ancient Synergy is still better because it hits 3 times. Actually really good here. And we want more draw. We don't need more capacity. We can always set up on the floor we want to set up on. And we go to the left. Actually, our gold is a bit low. But we don't need unit upgrades anymore, so... Well, we do have the guild marker. We might be able to afford a relic anyways. Like a resonant shard. A resonant shard would be fine. Let's look at the caverns first, though. We actually have a lot more gold now. Do I take the resonant shard or do I reroll for a potential double incant? I mean, the resonant shard is actually quite solid with our Rage Siren. Yeah. Let's just take it. I mean, even Volatile Gorge would be valuable, to be honest. I think torches are still a bit better than the Frozen Lancers. And the Welder Helper is probably the worst card here. And I don't think we need the final cost reduction. Let's just go with Sweep now. Yeah, I agree. Resonant Shard is most likely better than the Seeing 3 random relics. We do have Crystalline Seeds, Vent, and just Titan's Tooth, and just a lot of damage spells here. Titan's Tooth might be hard to play on turn 1 though. Unless we set up on the floor we play it on. Crystalline Seeds seems like the way to go. Maybe we're drawing to a second torch. Ancient Energy will actually help. Here's our Rage Siren, some armor is nice. Some Rage is also nice. Frozen Land, the front line. Battering Ram, the Gilded Wing. And I will also play out the Bone Shine. Yeah, that top floor, I should probably have dealt with them. But I will just take the damage from these. That's not enough. So let's use this thing here. Should have played the torches first. I need the armor on the front line. And I need the health on the front line. Not like the siren in the nameless siren in the back will be targeted by anything. But we need the health. Okay. We took a lot of damage, but we do have some healing as well, so we should be fine. Maybe Mollusk Mage is actually what I want as instead of my totem. Impish Scholar can bring back Crystalline Seeds, Bone Shine, Rage Serum, and Urchin Spines, as well as Vent. I mean, that's okay actually. And we go to the left. Give me double incant. Winged Indulgence is okay. I will take a Winged Indulgence and reroll. None of these really matter all that much. We don't have the chance to make use of the Pilestone housing because we're on the side with the Merchant of Magic. Double stack on the Titan's Tooth is actually kind of good. And cost reduced it as well, so we can play it a bit easier. Added damage onto this holdover crystal, Helical Crystallis. Another holdover. We have two holdover already. What else would we even want to hold over? The Ancient Synergy? Okay. Seems reasonable. And let's upgrade one of these Frozen Lands with Consume. And finally we dupe. What do we dupe? What do we dupe? Maybe the holdover Ancient Synergy. Will make dealing with waves easier, makes us take less damage to the normal waves. So we have more health left when we enter combat with Seraph. We can't afford a Purge and there's no more upgrades left. So let's go and fight the Seraph the Chaste. We need to keep in mind that we should split our setup. And our split is gonna be mid line and top line. Actually, the mid line is capacity reduced. So it's gonna be bottom line and top line. Which means there will be more targets I have to kill with spells. But that's not a big problem because our deck is very good at doing that. Torch is saved for the top line. Top lane. We can play a Vent on this bottom floor to kill all these guys. And let's use the Bone Shine to heal up. Let's start with the Titan Tooth. Mollusk Mage seems fine. And I will keep the Urchin Spines around. We can't really build up much rage here because Seraph is purging the rage all the time here. Already dealt a decent amount of damage to the Seraph. And here's the final wave. We are lacking a lot of damage here, but that had to be expected. Let's see what the Impish Scholar gives us. Rage Serum, okay, that's helpful at least. Maybe I should have put Tethys further in the back so we could have more spell weakness on the Seraph. But an Ancient Synergy will still hit pretty hard. Not hard enough though. Yeah, without our Tethys, this just doesn't work well enough. We should have set up on the top floor, to be entirely honest. There was no real reason to set up on the bottom floor, now that I think about it. I was planning to use the Imp on the top floor to suck away the cleanse applications from Seraph to the top floor. New personal record, enemies killed on the first floor. Yeah, I misplayed that final battle quite hard. I should have set up on the top floor so I would have more time to build up the rage again. I was hoping to be able to set up the Imp on the top floor to siphon the rage, the cleanse away from the bottom floor and be able to build up rage that way. But that just didn't work out and I set up Tethys wrong. I should have set him up all the way in the back for more spell weakness. I was thinking the Rage Siren would be our killer when it actually was Tethys because of the cleanse. So this deck could easily have won if we set up differently. But yeah, a little mistake like that can cost you the game on Covenant 25. The Seraph actually survived with less than 1000 HP, so on Covenant 24 this would have been a win.